We're on our way out.
In your pajamas?
It's athleisure wear, ma'am.
Bravo. Bravo.
Number 9. Just pick a color of Crocs and buy them already.
Okay.
For this list, we're looking at fads and trends that we never want to see in style again. Would you try pulling off any of these? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Popcorn shirts, also known as magic bubble shirts. These unique shirts became popular because of their one-size-fits-all tendency during the late 90s and early 2000s. They look like they're stitched for an infant, but they can fit an adult of almost any size. They revert back to their original size when bounced enough times. This stretchy material can be dressed up, dressed down, and scrunched into a ball. On paper, it's versatile and great for travel. As a style item, however, the texture can make your skin resemble a gravelly road. It gives most people a lumpy look. In other words, it's not sleek or flattering, which hopefully will prevent it from ever becoming a classic. Let's keep popcorn where it belongs, in the microwave. Number 9. All pleather. The only good thing about this style is that no animals were harmed in its making.
Are you wearing pleather?
Oh, well, yes, I am, and thank you for noticing.
Many pop stars of the aughts have been captured sporting an all-pleather ensemble, or outfits that are similar to the material's essence. Though Britney Spears' all-red catsuit from the Oops, I Did It Again music video was actually made of latex, according to her stylist, it still replicates the vinyl synthetic leather look that appears totally out of place when replicated in real life. The aggressive texture of pleather doesn't look comfortable. Unlike real leather, a material that's also debatable, imitation leather is stifling and sticky. Little about all pleather is sensual, and when it covers your entire body, it's more prone to make you look like a not-so-cute animated character than anything else. Number 8. Ed Hardy t-shirts.
Wait a minute, an Ed Hardy t-shirt?
Ed Hardy was born to be an artist, drawing from the age of 3 and using skin as his medium. He studied under Japanese mentor Kazuo Oguri, which helped make his style stand out in the West. He was eventually discovered by businessman and fashion designer Christian Audigier, who printed his design onto clothing and saw it worn by celebrities during the first decade of the 21st century. While it may once have been in fashion, the bold and busy style of these tattoo and Japanese-influenced images is more likely to distract the viewer from the person wearing it these days. Its rebellious and font-filled quality makes it more of a passing trend. Ed Hardy t-shirts need to stay where they belong, in the past. Number 7. Trucker hats.
Is that a trucker hat? Still?
Though this type of baseball cap may have been cool in the 2000s, we'd rather have fedoras back in style these days. Between the 1930s and 60s, truckers were given highly functional mechanics caps. Newer versions of these were made in the 1970s, which featured a mesh at the back and gave way to what we know as trucker hats. Despite the fact that their design came from baseball caps, they're more often more curved at the front, which can give the illusion that your forehead is extending out from your face. Meanwhile, the mesh part at the back exposes half of your head, and we're not sure why since, hats are meant to cover your head.
I can't believe he gave you his angry trucker hat.
Number 6. Denim miniskirts over leggings. The 80s were great for many things: electronic music, VCRs, DNA fingerprinting. Denim miniskirts with leggings and/or leg warmers? Not so much. We understand that brightly colored legs can give off a girlish, excited feel, but the combination is somehow too much. Little is cuter than a miniskirt, but if they're made of denim fabric, they can sometimes get a rough around the edges feel. A lot of the cuts can diminish the waist-to-hip ratio. As for leggings and leg warmers, a more is more philosophy isn't always the best one when it comes to fashion, as it shifts the focus to the items from the person wearing them. Number 5. Velour tracksuits.
Velour tracksuits! Yeah! Comfortable.
Like the 80s, we adore many things about the 70s, such as disco, bell-bottoms, and second-wave feminism. But velour tracksuits? We're not so sure. The two-piece matching ensemble makes you look like you're getting ready for a workout, but the shiny, velvety texture says otherwise. Grazia Daily writes that the reason this, quote, luxurious take on loungewear is likely to return is due to everyone staying home during the COVID-19 pandemic. They may be more comfortable than resorting to sleepwear, but that doesn't mean they're more flattering than at least some pajamas.
Hi Kayla, it's Nicole Richie. I have to ask you a few questions. Could you please meet me at Face Off Circle right now?
Paris Hilton may have pulled them off in the mid-noughties, but they could still go wrong very easily. Though we are all for the comfort of nostalgia, not to mention the comfort of sweats, we are happy to leave the existence these ever existed on our MySpace. Number 4. Crocs.
Relax. Feel the breeze on your feet. That's why Crocs have holes in them.
Some say Uggs are the ugliest kind of shoes, but at least they're super functional and comfy. Crocs, on the other hand, are easily replaceable and are much cheaper looking, especially with their overly bright colors and plasticky material. When it comes to aesthetics, the ventilation holes give the shoes an overall funny appearance. And because there aren't that many holes to begin with, and they aren't even that big, your feet are mostly missing out on fresh air. Meanwhile, your heels aren't secure when they're in Crocs, which can make you prone to toe issues.
I wear my heart on my sleeve and my Crocs on my feet.
Open-toed sandals and flip-flops are probably better for your feet and better looking overall, especially since Crocs kind of look a bit like toys. Number 3. Visible underwear. We're lucky to live in a time when, at least in some parts of the world, no one gasps if they catch a glimpse of your underwear. It's no big deal after all. However, forcing the sight of your intentionally visible thong, also called a whale tail, on others is another fashion trend from the 2000s we don't really want to embrace. While visible bras can strike up a hint of sexiness and mystery, underwear doesn't exude the same vibe. Unless done very thoughtfully and tastefully, a visible underwear strap can be a distraction from your otherwise well-put-together outfit, and it isn't always flattering. Number 2. Low-rise pants.
Worst case scenario, Wanda removes my free will and puts me in ultra low-rise jeans.
While low-rise pants look amazing with the right body type, they can leave a lot hanging, if you know what we mean. Most people want their pants to be comfortable and functional. If they can eliminate a muffin top and give your booty a nice finish, then all the better. High-rise pants are able to do these things, as well as cinch in your waist to show off an hourglass figure. Because they finish higher up on the waist, they give the illusion of longer legs.
Well, don't worry about it, because you're fired.
Low-rise pants, often paired with G-strings and thongs, are unfortunately prone to muffin tops and are far less forgiving with exposed midriffs. While we appreciate their appeal, we hope they are not making a comeback anytime soon. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Hammer pants. Popularized by MC Hammer, they make your legs look like they end at your knees.
Yo, I told you, you can't touch this.
Crystal encrusted or rhinestone emblazoned slogan belts and buckles. This kind of bling is unacceptable past age 12. Platform sneakers. What exactly is the appeal of chunky-looking feet? Peasant skirts. Comfy, but not a classic.
Every day we'd take a walk, and I'd jabber on like a monkey in a tree, and she'd listen about ping-ponging and shrimping and Mama making a trip up to heaven. I did all the talking. Jenny most of the times was real quiet.
Newsboy caps. They were only cute on newspaper delivery kids in the early 20th century. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Shoulder pads.
God, Veronica, drool much? His name is Jason Dean. He's in my American history.
This is likely the fashion trend that flashes before your eyes when you think of the 1980s. Covered in fabric, this padding is found, as the name suggests, in the shoulder area of clothing, whether that be a jacket, blazer, skirt, blouse, or dress.
I heard from Daddy how you'd taken over the house. I love you, you know that. But how could you do something so horrible?
By giving the appearance of wider shoulders, shoulder pads can also make your back look straighter. This broadening of your shoulders may also make the waist look smaller by comparison. but in real life, they don't always work. They can be boxy and stiff.
She's cheerleading 5 days a week, and yet you still have her taking gym class.
If paired with a huge jacket and a fluffy necktie, shoulder pads can be overwhelming. Though they have previously been linked to power dressing for women, there are many more flattering styles we can all try these days.
You're bluffing, Crystal. You know you are.
Am I?